don't know what to say. I I truly don't know what to say. I absolutely love players like this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might have a bias here, but I absolutely love players like Alondes Williams. So let's go ahead and go into where he's going to land in the draft. We got to get all the boring stuff out the way because we have to talk about his game immediately, okay? So where is he going to land? I've seen him all over the place. We don't know, okay? He could be a first-round pick. He could be an early second-round pick, but he's been all over the place. But his stock has risen, so we just really don't know. But the main consensus, a lot of things that I've seen has him going mid-second round. I'll just leave that at that. All right, so let's go ahead and look at his stats. So first and foremost, his stats. 18.5 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 50% field goal percentage. So as you can see, he does a lot of good things. Now, you might see here and you say, oh, he's 6'5", but when you watch him on the court, he seems much bigger. His frame is much bigger than what it seems here. It even seems as if he might be 230. I mean, he is a big dude, big chest, big, very wide, big body. He big body, okay? So just looking at his stats really quickly, one thing that stands out, and I have to get this out of the way, we just have to talk about it, unfortunately, is his three-point percentage. His three-point percentage is no good. No bueno. Not good. He has to improve that. If he does, he's in really good shape. But one thing that is a decent thing to look at is his free throw percentage isn't god awful. 69%. It's not terrible. So you could really imagine a world where this 3-point percentage at least get in the 30s. But as it stands right now, it was 28%. Another thing that you can see that's pretty pretty positive is the fact that his stats have increased tremendously since his previous 2 seasons. But as you can see here, his minutes increase a lot too. But even with that minutes increase, there's you don't supposed to be averaging this amount, and your assists shouldn't go all the way up to 5. Like it's him. Okay, he really worked on his game. So it's not a matter of just the usage rate. It's also that he is improved. You can tell just statistically that he improved. So I'm a believer that he can improve that 3-point percentage as well. But as it stands right now, that is bad, really bad, especially in college. And if you get into the NBA, ideally, hypothetically, it would be worse. So he just has to work on that like crazy. But that's all out of the way. Okay, that's all out of the way. So what type of player is he? Well, the type of player that he is a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, facilitator. When we talk about shot creation, oftentimes we think of guys that cross you over, fade away, creating shots for himself, but he creates shots for his teammates at a elite level, I would say. But not only that, this is my bias speaking, because he's a flashy passer, and I absolutely love flashy passers. Now, when I say flashy passer, I'm not talking about guys that aren't legitimate flashy passers, okay? Guys that do it but aren't necessarily that effective. And what do I mean by that? Well, like Lance Stevenson, right? Like he was considered a flashy passer, but he's more so a pretender, man. He oftentimes it didn't have a lot of impact. He made a lot of terrible mistakes, and it was just doing it out of showboating. Most of the time, that's what it came across with Lance Stevenson. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking the guys like Jason Williams, right? Guys like White Chocolate, who would do it with a purpose. Or even my boy, Manu Ginobili. Every flashy pass that he gave you, it was a purpose. It wasn't just to showboat. So I think that that's more so where I would put Alondes Williams when it comes to players as far as flashy passing. He's not doing it just to do it. He's not doing it just to showboat. It legitimately holds a purpose, and it's a really, really good passes. One thing as well that I would like to bring up is when we're talking about what he does well, because the 3-point shooting obviously isn't there. And if he does get a better 3-point shot, he's going to be nasty. But one thing that he does well is finishing. He's a phenomenal finisher as well. I believe that he finished on like 66% around the paint. It's utterly ridiculous. So he's a really good finisher, has really nice touch, loves physicality, pretty quick in the open court, but overall he's a really good finisher. So if you add that finishing along with his ability to pass and find the open man, I mean, you have one sick player. So all I'm saying is those are some of the two things. I would say those are actually the top two things that he does well. Finishing might be one, the passing might be the second. Now, the third thing that he does well is defense. He's actually a pretty decent defender. Now, I will say this, at least from what I've seen, is one problem is that I'm not sure how he's gonna manage to guard quicker guards, if you know what I mean. As it stands right now, he seems to do really well if he has to guard like a wing, a small forward or something like that. But overwhelmingly, if he has to guard someone that's a little quicker, I think he might struggle a little bit. So he's gonna have to, I don't know what he can really do, just work on his footwork. But all I'm trying to say is he's a good defender. Just don't expect him to guard a lot of quick guards. That's just what I've seen. All right, but let me go ahead and go, because I didn't bring it up at all, and this is proof that the pros and cons list, I don't bring them up, or at least I don't read them when I bring them up, and I completely forgot to bring it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and type that in, and I'm gonna say pros and cons. We're gonna go to our website here, NBA Scouting Live. There we go. All right, so 6'5", 210 pounds. Man, he looks like he's 220, I swear, 230. But as we stand here, projected second round, who knows? Crafty scorer off the dribble, yes. Excels at scoring on off-ball motion plays, yes. Good playmaker, I would say great playmaker. Solid rebounder for his size. That's actually something we did not bring up. Do the stats hold true for that? Because no, we said he was an overall good rebounder, but yes, did he have any crazy game? Yeah, a few 12 rebounds, 14. Ugh, sheesh. All right. So yeah, good rebounder, decent defender, yes. Solid athlete, yes. Cons, needs to improve his shooting. Yeah, we talked about that. 28%. That ain't gonna do you any favors. Can miss shots wildly around the basket. Can be turnover prone. Let's see. Yeah. When you get to about 4 a game, that ain't great. Did he have any that was just? Oh yeah. He can struggle with that a little bit. I guess that is a little bit of Lance, but I think he's more efficient than Lance. That's just me. I don't know. Yeah, this is my bias. Anyways, can be undisciplined defensively, a bit undersized to play out on the wing, and that's going to be a problem. But Alondes Williams is a strong, mobile swingman that has been playing very well for the Wake Forest this season. He is a crafty scorer off the dribble, and he can rack up points in a hurry. He will need to improve his outside shot and his defense, and he isn't particularly fast or quick. Currently, he projects to be second-round pick. All right, I think he will be perfect with a team that runs fast, and I also think that he will be perfect with like a really good fast break team, because he's really good at getting those things and getting those balls in transition. But overall, I really like him. You guys let me know what you think. I'm just a sucker for guys like this, and that might be my bias, but just let me know what you think. I love you guys. If you want to support the channel, only $2 a month. Patreon, YouTube members, link in the description. I'll give it to you later. Till next time.